Alright everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you are a first timer to the channel, then welcome to you guys. And if you have been here before, then thank you guys for joining me again for another video. This is our weekly swing watch list for the week of March 6th. I put these videos out for you guys for free every single day to help you guys in the market, to help you guys become more profitable traders. I have over 100 learning tool videos. There's probably over 400 videos on the channel itself. So make sure you're subscribed. Click that bell. The bell will give you notifications for when I send out new videos, new learning tool videos, or when we go live like we are right here, which is becoming a more common occurrence every night. For me to go live to make sure you guys are understanding exactly what you're doing. And then if you have questions, you can ask them in the live chat off on the right-hand side. If everybody can hear me, can you give me a quick, just type a 1 in the chat section, and if the screen looks okay to you guys, you can maybe type a 2. So put 12. Marlon, how's the picture? Is the screen good as well? It kind of looks blurry on my end, but it might just be my computer. Anyways, guys, like I said, make sure you're subscribed. This screen that you see on here in front of you guys, this is TradingView. If you've never used TradingView before, or you're looking for something like this, you're going to need it because it helps you to chart and put your triggers and targets on, and your time frame continuity and everything like that. So I do have down below in the description a link. That link will give you a free 30-day trial to TradingView. And then if you decide to go ahead and use one of their paid subscription services, you'll get up to $30 off of that subscription. So make sure you check out that link and take advantage of that free offer. Let's get started on this list. Jackie Pollard, thank you very much for your 1, telling me you can hear me. We're going to start off with Airbnb, so Airbnb. So if you guys see this little blue flag here, that means it also has a setup on the daily, okay? The other thing that will also tell you if we have a setup on the daily are the yellow lines. So on my charts, the way I do it, my daily triggers are always in yellow, my weekly are in pink, my monthly are in blue, my quarterly are in purple, and the yearly are in orange. So I set it up that way. I know exactly what I'm looking at every time I come to a chart. So we'll start with Airbnb, and there's a couple things here with Airbnb. So number 1, we've got a 2 down that finished green. So I talked about this in the daily watch list for Monday. I'm going to talk about it again because there's always the question that gets asked about the color of the candles. Do the color of the candles matter? It's a multiple answered question. So yes, they matter, okay? Green tells me there's buyers, red tells me there's sellers, okay? This little setup that we have here is a perfect example, because in order for me to spot a reversal, I don't need this candle to be green, okay? This could be a 2 down red, and the reason I said it's a perfect example is because look right here, okay? This candle right here, thank you Brooklyn for the 1, this candle right here was a 2 down red. But the next candle went 2 up reversal, and a big reversal. So that is the reason that I say the candlestick color doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter in a reversal setup, okay? Because if you're looking at this as a day trade or on a 15-minute chart, I need the time frame continuity with me. I don't care if this is a red or a green candle, or a 2-2 reversal is a 2-2 reversal. The color matters in the fact that a red candle tells me there's sellers and a green candle tells me there's buyers. But if this candle is a 2 down red, we'd still look at this as a shooter candle and a 1-2-2 rev strat possibility. A 1-2-2 rev strat is basically a 2-2 reversal with we have this 1 in front of it. So we'll call it that 1-2-2 rev strat, but it is basically a 2-2 reversal. But we have this set up on the daily. So Yes, it's a 2-down green, so yes, the probability of it working out in our favor to the high side is better. We also have time frame continuity right across the board, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and the yearly. So if we trigger here for the weekly, for our swing trades, okay, and when I take a swing trade, I don't do it very often because I'm very impatient. I don't like to hold for too long. I'm more of a day trader. I like to be in my trades for less than an hour. But if you are interested in doing the swing trading because you don't have the time, I would look at getting 2 weeks out. So in a situation like this, you're looking for your call at 126.38. Your first target is the top of this inside bar at 132.92 or whatever it is. What do we have? 132.85 is the high of this yellow candle. So that would be your first target. If you're looking for a strike, I would still run it very similarly to the way you trade on the day. So the trigger's 126.38. I would be looking for a 127, 128, maybe 129, 130. I might go 3 to 4 strikes out on this depending on where the target is. Okay? So we're looking at that, and then I would get at least 2 weeks out. So I wouldn't take this Friday's expiry. That's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, the 10th. I wouldn't take the 10th. I would go the following Friday, or even if you want to take it longer, if you want to take 3 weeks out to give you a little bit more time, okay? A little less decay on the premium. So we'd be looking for calls here at 126.38 and a 127, 128, 129, 130 strike, something like that. That 130 strike would take you up to this range, which is very probable and possible on a 1 week swing. But like I said, you can get multiple Fridays out for your expiry date. So the other thing I wanted to point out, we do have this on the daily setup. And I don't even know why I have that on there. I think I had this on here because of the time frame continuity that was fully up. So I'm going to take this off of here so nobody is confused, including myself. You know why that was? I bet you that was a 2-day. There we go. I'm going to put that back on now. There we go. So that was from the 2-day. Normally they are on the daily. That was on the 2-day. We have the 2 down that finished green. And we talked about this in the daily chart, actually. So 2 down green, full time frame continuity. If we hit first targets, that's our trigger to go 2 up on the week and change this into a swing trade on Airbnb. We move on to BYND, inside bar. I know it's really hard to see because of that candle, but there's that inside bar, okay? And you notice it's painted yellow. That's part of the indicator that I've created for you guys. That link to purchase that is in the description below. It's a $25 one-time fee. You get it for life. If there's ever any upgrades to that indicator or anything added, you guys also get that for free, but it is also part of the Griswold Gold membership. That's $50 a month. You buy 2 months, you get a month free, and it includes the indicator. It includes one-on-one time with me on Google Meets or Zoom. It includes the top 5 from these lists that I send out for you guys. It includes a 1-hour Strat course that I've created for you guys, live trading bots, all kinds of other stuff. So make sure you guys check that out in the Discord or my pinned tweet on Twitter. But we have this inside bar. So anybody who is new here, I know a bunch of you guys just popped over from the live video off of the daily charts, but we're going to go through these again. Okay, so because people are going to watch this recorded. So this inside bar here, guys, marked out by the 2 pink lines. If you see these yellow bars, the thing about them, they're a consolidating bar. They don't break the high, and they do not break the low of the previous candle. They stay inside. It's a consolidating range. So what I want to show you guys here is it's basically an inverse broadening formation, and some people call these a flag. Okay, but I'm going to draw this to show you what we have here. That's what we have. So this is that tightening range that I'm talking about, and you can act. If you think about these 2 white lines as a force pressing on this inside bar, the spring, okay? I always think of that inside bar as a spring. And if you think about these 2 white lines that I just put on there as a force, squishing that spring down, tightening it, squeezing it, And when we release those lines, okay, that space was smaller here, we expect that explosion. This is a perfect example of what we expect. We open, we trigger off of our line here. So I'll just move this to show you guys real quick. That would have been our trigger off the inside bar. And we had targets and targets. And if we go further back, there was probably more targets there. Okay. And now I lost my spot. There we go. So we look for these big runs, these big explosions that you see here, because when you put, here's another one. This is another perfect example. This is the probability that we get off of these inside bars. Do they always work? Definitely not. I'll never tell you this is a 100% foolproof plan. Play the inside bars. They work every single time. That is not true. But the probabilities that happen off of those inside bars, the probability of this happening or this happening are very high. Okay? So we don't know what this candle is going to be, but the probability tells us that we're likely getting a really big run off of this because that force is taken off of that spring and we get that explosion. The inside bars, every candle tells us a story. So this inside bar is telling us right now that we are looking for an explosion to the upside or the downside, so be ready. And that's exactly what happened. This inside bar told you the same thing. We're looking for an explosion to the downside or the upside, so be ready. That's exactly what happened. Okay? There are times where that's not going to happen, but be cognizant and be aware that we play probabilities. That's all trading is, guys. It's everything. Once you realize that everything is based off of probabilities, nobody knows. Nobody that you follow on Twitter or Facebook or whatever knows what's going to happen. They can tell you what they think is going to happen based off of probabilities, just like I am, but it doesn't always happen, okay? It's just nobody knows what the market's going to do. So based off of probabilities, if it goes against you, make sure you have risk management in place, and that's the number one thing. If you are a good risk manager, you will be a good trader. Okay, that's Beyond Meat. We're going to go on to AMD. I think this is one of the ones that Marlon had asked me about. Marlon, type what you wanted me to go over in the comment section here and to make sure I have all of them, okay? And if I miss some, we can go over them at the end. Inside bar on the back. AMD, Apple, and Amazon, Marlon B. So this is our AMD play. So sorry, I was just saying I lost you guys there. So this is our AMD play. This is really close to a hammer candle. So an inside bar is an actionable signal. This is really close. So I like to see this wick be 2 times the size of this body here. And I don't think we quite have it, but it's pretty close. The other thing we have, we'll call it a hammer candle. We'll call it an inside bar. The other thing we have is full time frame continuity. Now, I will tell you, when we open up on Monday, Rob always says, let them open. Nobody knows what this is going to be, this is going to be, or this is going to be. The hourly, the daily, and the weekly are all brand new candles when we open up on Monday, okay? So, again, this inside bar, look, again, we didn't hit targets, but this was still a really good trade that you could have taken. And you could have taken it for 2 weeks, and you would have done really well on it. Okay? We go look at one more inside bar. This one, we triggered, and we hit targets. It wasn't fantastic, but it did exactly what it said it was going to do. It triggered, and it hit its targets. Okay? And sometimes we get greedy, and we want more than this. So we hit targets, and it reverses. You guys don't sell, and it keeps going down, 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 and there goes your account. So this is true on not just the weekly, this is true on a 15-minute chart, on a daily chart, on a 30-minute chart. I'm not saying you guys specifically, but traders in general, right? This hit the target, okay? It did exactly what it was going to do, and then it reversed back through that target. Now, if you didn't sell on that, well, that's your fault for not selling, because when it came back through that target, that was your warning sign. That was the bam, 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 letting you know, hey, I'm coming back through the target. It's something that you might want to think about selling, okay? So, Again, if you didn't follow that, you would have lost out on the trade, and it just continued down, 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 down. Okay, and there goes your capital from that trade. Okay, risk management, guys. It always comes down to risk management. So inside bar here, we also looks like I'm going to take these off of here because there is no setup on AMD on the daily, and I don't want to confuse you guys. So we'll take those off. This is the setup, okay? So we can look for calls here at 81.63, puts for 76.65. Did all that stuff make sense to you guys? If not, let me know and I can go over it a little further. Okay, but we'll move on here. CCL, 2 down green. Okay, we're looking for calls back to the upside at 11.20. First targets, second targets up at the top of the inside bar. We go to the monthly. That's the blue line. So what are we looking for on the monthly? We had a 2 up that finished red. Now, again, here's what I'm saying. Yes, it was a 2 up that finished red, and I've put my trigger here to go 2 down on the month. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. But based on this 2 up red shooter candle, we're looking for this to trend down. Probabilities are telling us that this is going to go down. But we're currently inside bar and we're trending back up. So we'll see what happens, okay? It's early in the month. There's nothing saying that we can't come down. But right now we've got a 2 down, finish green, and we're really close to a hammer candle. So let's take CCL for calls if it triggers. Okay, Chewy, inside bar on Chewy. We can go either way, but we're really close to going 2 down on the month. That's what that blue line represents, okay? So calls at 40.98, puts at 38.98. And here's the thing. Let me see if I can draw this bar here. Is it in here? There we go. If this bar opens up and we start coming down, now we trigger, and then Tuesday we come down and hit there, and then what happens if we start coming back up? Okay, we start coming back up. I would recommend you guys sell. Yes, it might go down further. Okay, I don't care. Take your profit where profit is given to you. I don't care if it's 5%. I don't care if it's 10%. I don't care if it's 1,000%. Take your profit when profit is given to you. So look what I did there. We come through the trigger. We come through the target. Okay? And then we start to reverse. If we come back through that target, you can give yourself a little bit of leeway. You don't have to sell exactly at that target. You know, if it comes and ticks back up, I would be selling. Okay, that's me personally, because I like to manage my risk. I like to make sure I know that I'm leaving trade with profit. I don't want to leave it and wish as it comes back through the trigger and back up the other way and goes outside bar. I don't want to wish that I would have sold it beforehand. Okay, because then when you start wishing, you start holding, and you're holding and you're holding and you're holding as it comes back to the top. And your account's gone. Okay? Risk management, guys. Number one, by far and away, the number one reason traders are either do really well or traders fail. Risk management. CL, 2 down green. Anybody know what these 2 blue lines represent? Who can give me an idea? I'll give somebody a copy of my book that I have the draft copy of anyways. I'll send it out to them, except for Marlon. Marlon, you already have the answer, and you already have the book. Somebody else who doesn't have it, first one, I'll send you a copy of the book. All right, somebody will type it in. Whoever's first will get it. I don't care. The next person to write monthly who doesn't have the book, I'll send it to him. Yeah, the 2 blue lines. Nakia can't answer either. He said monthly. The 2 blue lines represent the monthly, okay? So it's telling me that there's an inside bar on the month. So we're looking to break out of that as well. So we can look for calls here at 74.14 off of this hammer candle, okay? Hammer candle, the wick 2 times the length of this body, okay? Hammer candle, bullish pattern. And if we trend up and we go 2 up on the month, well, then that's what we have. But it's very possible that we don't break to the high side on the weekly candle, regardless that this is a 2 down green. We could still trend down and go 2 down on the month. Doesn't matter. I guess no one's getting the book. Is there nobody else in here? Somebody can just type monthly who doesn't have the book yet. I'll give it to him for free. That's the play on. It's a play on CL. Unless you're watching this after it's live, okay? No books there. Cisco CSCO 2 down green has an inside bar preceding it. It's a 1-2-2 rev strat, so we're going to look to take this thing back to the upside. And Nikia, if you don't have the, there you go. If you don't have the book, I'll send it to you, okay? I'll send it to you in the Discord. 2 down green, hammer candle. We've got really good time frame continuity here. Perfect outside of this hourly, but again, if we trend up, that's going to change. And we've got good magnitude to the upside here, guys, at $50.76. So here's an interesting one. What would you take? What would you guys take as your strike price on this? So our trigger is $49.36. What would you be taking as a strike on this with our target at $50.76, it looks like? Nikia's taking 50. Yep, that works. There's a couple other options out there, though. Nikia's not wrong for saying 50, but there are a few options that I would look at. 50 is one of them, okay? Marlon says 49. So, yeah, so 49 would be a possibility. I think if there was a 49.50 on here, there oftentimes is. So a 49.50, Marlon would take a 49, or that's fine too. A 50 and even a 50.5, okay? 50.5 is another one that I would look at taking, okay? So that's Cisco. We're looking to go 2 up there at 49.36 trigger. Thank you guys for Curtis, you're too late, dude. Nokia already got it. You're way too late. Next time, dude. Next time. 2 down green on DIA, the diamonds, the Dow Jones Industrial ETF. Okay, so we've already gone 2 down on the month, but we do have time frame continuity back to the upside. So if we go to the month and see what we're looking at here, we've gone 2 down on the month, and it looks like here, this is also part of the Strat indicator, the Griswold Strat indicator that I created for you guys. Let's take the weekly. We'll go on to the monthly. That will give us our 50% line. Okay, we're right close to going 50% of the month. So here's the thing, guys. You could look at this as a swing trade to go up. If we cross this maroon line, again, that's part of the indicator. If we cross to the upside, we are past the 50% mark of the previous candle. That's Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule. So you could look at a swing trade on DIA for calls. And again, time frame continuity is... Okay, we're back. Here's that 50% line. So if we trigger and hit targets on that weekly, we've gone up 50%. Okay, so if you're getting 3 weeks out, you have potential there. We have potential there to run up and create an outside bar on the monthly. Okay, Marlon says DIA weekly is a 2 down finished green. Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it? We've got a 2 down green. What did I say? Anyways, that's a setup. So you could look for a 3 bar as well on the monthly. Okay, so and that's just a domino effect. We always talk about the daily triggering the weekly. So now we've got here the weekly possibly triggering a 3 bar on the monthly on DIA. Okay. Disney 2 down green back to the upside off of this. Okay, so two down, 2 up reversal off of this hammer candle. 101.47 is our trigger. hammer, P squared. Hammer meaning it can go up. A hammer candle is a bullish pattern, okay? Red or green. So if it's green, it's more bullish. Red, a little bit less bullish, okay? DraftKings, 2 down, finish green. Again, the time frame continuity looks great. The one thing I would look at, and again, I really think broadening formations are a little bit subjective. This thing keeps on cutting out on me, so I'm going to try and rush through this a little bit here, guys. We are at the top of a broadening formation, so we just have to be aware, but we do have a 2 down green, and it's pretty close to a hammer candle. Time frame continuity back to the upside on DraftKings. No, Marlon, it keeps cutting out on me. I have to keep on reloading it. So, anyways, we'll keep moving on here, and I'll keep going as we go. So eBay, we talked about this on the daily watch list. Okay, so we have an inside bar currently on eBay on the weekly. Whoops. On the weekly, so on the daily, if we go to is it the 2-day chart or the daily? 2-day chart is a 2 down green. So if we trigger to the upside with time frame continuity, our first target triggers us up on the weekly, okay? So this is something we can watch on the daily, but it's very likely if we trigger the daily, it's running up to go 2 up on the week as well on eBay. Okay, so there's a 2 down green on GM. There's our pink line for our trigger at 41.35. For calls, INTC, there's a 2 down green as well. First target at the top here. We can look for calls at 26.48 on INTC. Inside bar on Lucid on the weekly. So again, this is our trigger to go 2 down on Lucid. Let me zoom in here. But if we go to the monthly, there we go. We're really close to breaking out here to go 2 down on the month off of this, again, a 3-1 setup, okay? So if we go back and look on Lucid, the last time we had that 3-1, that gold pattern you see there, that's part of the indicator. And Lucid won't even let me go, it doesn't even go back that far. This is the first 3-1 setup we've had on Lucid on the monthly, it looks like. So Lucid opened up back in 2020. Is that it? That's it. So we'll see how this thing reacts off of this 3-1 setup. Zoom back in here. Off of the monthly, okay? So if we trigger the week, we are likely triggering the month on Lucid. Makes sense? 2 down green on Moderna. I don't know why this is as an inside bar, but we're going to remove that. And again, there's our setup for Moderna. 2 down green, we'll look for calls at 144.85. 2 down green, Microsoft, hammer candle, full time frame again. I have a video on time frame continuity. If you guys don't understand it, look for it in the channel. And again, make sure you guys are subscribed and hit the bell. That bell will send you the notifications for when I send these videos out. When we go live, you'll get the notifications that we've gone live. So make sure the bell is the important part, guys. Okay? 2 down green on Microsoft. We've got a small target here. And again, we'll go over this one more time. Microsoft opens up anywhere inside here. We move up. We go through that target. Be cautious. If we come back through that target, the target meaning here, the top of the preceding candle, be cautious that if we come back through there, you guys better be taking your profit, okay? Because it's very likely that if we do happen to do that, we could just, not saying that's what's going to happen, but it's a possibility, okay? And that's all I'm referencing. Not saying it does, not saying it can't run higher, but I would be cautious of it, okay? Next up, we've got Neo. So Neo at the bottom of a broadening formation. Not quite tagged it, but it's pretty dang close. I don't know if I want to call that a hammer candle, but we'll call it a hammer candle. We'll look for calls back to the upside at 970 on Neo. Okay, Nike, inside bar on Nike, so we all know how the inside bars work. I've explained them multiple times on every video, including today's. So we've got nice time frame continuity. We can look for calls at 121.04, puts at 170 back to the downside, okay? So puts at $100.90. If we trigger the day, we are triggering the month. It's no question. Okay? Just give me a second here, guys. I just want to... It's still showing I'm live. I want to make sure you guys are getting all this information. And I don't see... Okay. So hopefully you guys caught all that stuff. Just type a quick 1. Type in 1 if you guys can hear what I'm saying here. So that was the setup on Starbucks. So here's a good setup that I like to see. These are super, super rare. They're super, super powerful. A double inside bar. And realistically, all we're looking at are single inside bars. And if we go back in time, so there's not showing blue here, but if we go back in time on the trade desk to see the last time we had the double inside bar, I don't even know if it's had one before. They don't happen very often. Okay, so I see one here. Like to see off of these guys. We like to see these double inside bars, and we had this big run down. We triggered, we hit target 1, we hit target 2. This is what we like to see. So we have this double inside bar again set up on the trade desk. I don't know what the premiums are. I will say this to you guys though. On a day trade, I like those market orders. I like to buy market orders. I like to sell market orders. Hold on a second. I'm going to type something here. There we go. I like to sell market order. I like to buy market order. Now, swing trading is a little different. You have time to get into this a little bit more than you would on a day trade because you're swinging it. You're sitting in it for a longer period of time. So when we do that, I like to be able to... You can purchase those limit orders, okay? So you can try and get into this trade at a smaller dollar value. So if the spread between the bid and the ask is wider, it helps us out to get into the trade better, okay? Thanks, Nikia. So you have that option to buy that limit order. So if the limit or the bid is at $1 and the ask is at $1.10, you have that option to try and get in a limit order at $1 or $1.01 or $1.02. You don't have to buy that market order at $1.10, and that's because it is a swing trade, and you do have that time to get in. Now, on a swing trade, when I do it on a day trade, I don't have that time because when I'm looking at this on a 15-minute chart or something of that nature, I don't have the time to wait because 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, that trade could be gone and I could be out. So I'm market order in, market order out, okay, when I buy and sell. Swing trades, I'm okay with those limit orders, and you might have to do that with something like the trade desk on a swing trade. So we're going to look for a big break. This is 2 straight weeks of consolidation of a tightening range, and it's just being pressed and compacted that much more. So we're going to look for this to break off to the high side or the low side on the trade desk. Uber, we've got a 2 down green hammer candle, so we're going to look for a break back to the upside. We've got full time frame continuity again, and our first target is up here at 35.17. It's a 122 rev strat is what we are looking for. And then Upstart, same thing, full time frame continuity, hammer candle. We're going for a 2-2 reversal on Upstart. Now, let me go back to Marlon B, because Marlon, are you still here? Or did you check out? Marlin B had AMD, Apple, and Amazon, and the only one I went over was AMD. So let's go over Apple for Marlin and see what we got on the weekly. So Apple on the monthly, I'm going to change this to pink. There is a setup on Apple on the monthly, okay? But there's my pink. Is that red? There we go. But the problem I have with it is this target is 151.30. So there's really only 27 cents for it to move from this point to this point. You can play it, and I'll show you with this target here. You can play it, but again, be very, very cautious that when this candle opens up and we come through in reverse, I wouldn't hold on to it for too long, okay? So that's on Apple. And then the other one that Marlon wanted to talk about was, I have to go back and check it because I don't remember now, Amazon. So we can go check out Amazon as well and see what Amazon is supplying. So yeah, there is a setup on Amazon. I missed this one. So Amazon has a hammer candle, okay? So bullish setup, time frame continuity looks really good. So we can look for calls on this one at 94.94, and it's a good setup. So Marlon, thank you for pointing that one out. Thank you for the Apple setup. And our first target goes to 90. What are we looking at here? 97.01 is the high for the target. So again, the trigger price is 94.94. We can look at a 95 or a 96. I wouldn't go higher than that if it was me. Expiry, get at least 2 weeks. So not this Friday, next Friday, or you can get 3 Fridays out. That works as well. So again, if you guys have questions, let me know. I think Nikia is the only one left in here because of the scramble we had. But Nikia, if you have questions, feel free to ask them. If not, guys, thank you as always for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the support on Twitter. I started an Instagram account as well, so you guys can check that out. I do have a Facebook group that I started as well, so I'm trying to get on all platforms to help everybody who's on those different platforms. So thank you guys for everything. I appreciate it as always. Good luck trading next week on Monday, the whole week of March 6th. I wish you guys nothing but the best, nothing but green. I usually chime in the Discord on the live room, okay, every day around 12 Eastern. Okay, so make sure you guys are checking that out as well. Get in on the Discord. If you need extra help or want some of the other amenities that I provide, join the membership. It's $50 a month. Buy 2 months. You get a month free. Christopher, you're welcome for streaming. Again, that course, the membership includes the 1-hour Strat course that I've created for you guys, live trading bots, the indicator for TradingView, live one-on-ones with me, the top 5s from these lists. So it includes a lot of great stuff for the value that it is. So thank you guys very much. Good luck.